This is too much work for just one person. Hey, it's Alzay Calhoun with Coveted Consultant, and I'm thinking back on some past client conversations or past potential client conversations, and one of them immediately comes to mind where a gentleman shared with me, he made this statement: this is too much work for just one person. You know, his scenario was he worked in a very technical field. This particular person worked in the process of getting food service items approved by the FDA. So if you are going to sell food and put it, package it up and sell it in stores, sell it in the freezer section of the grocery store, there is an approval process for doing that. You can't just make food and throw it in the freezer shelves in a store. You have to actually go through a government-driven process. At least here in the U.S. you do. So his expertise deals with getting all those very scientific metrics met. Okay, so doing that, as you can imagine, is not like a 5-step process. Like, it's a very robust, complete, scientific-driven process. And we're talking about how he might get new clients for this kind of business. We're talking about how he might serve clients in this particular business. And, the more we talk about it, the bigger it balloons, right? And he ends up saying to himself, ends up saying out loud, we're having this conversation, and he says out loud, this is just too much work for one person. I totally agree. You should not be doing this by yourself. So one core element of this is you need to simplify what you're currently working on. You've given yourself too many projects. Even when you operate in a very government-driven, legalistic, scientific, multi-step industry, there are ways of simplifying the execution of those deliverables, of those projects. Your job as the consultant, as the expert, is to focus on the simplicity, is to almost force simplicity into the offerings. Your job is to simplify the conversations your client needs to have so they can understand what you do and then say yes to it. No matter how complex your particular industry is, there are always ways of simplifying the understanding and simplifying the delivery. If not, it will just swell and swell and swell. And it's absolutely too much to do for one person. One person cannot do it all by themselves.